You think money will fix it. It won't. You think success will silence the doubt. It won't. Here are 7 truths about wealth and success that will hurt to hear and save you years of chasing the wrong thing. Stoic philosophy never promised riches. It promised something harder to fake, a life you can actually respect. These 7 truths aren't motivational, they're corrective. Truth number 1. Money won't fix what discipline broke. If you can't control your spending at $50, you won't control it at $50,000. The habit doesn't change, only the size of the damage does. Wealth doesn't build character. It exposes the character that was already there, and it does it faster than poverty ever could. This is why lottery winners go broke. Why athletes with millions file for bankruptcy within years of retirement. Why a raise never feels like enough. You keep waiting for the number to be big enough to force the discipline into place, but the number never does that job. Only you do. Truth number 2. Success without character is a louder collapse. The higher you climb without integrity, the further you have to fall, and the more people watching when you do. Every scandal you've ever seen unfold started with talent, momentum, and applause. It ended because character never caught up to the altitude. Nobody builds a stage that big by accident, but nobody protects it by accident either. The same shortcuts that got you up the ladder faster are usually the ones waiting quietly at the top, ready to be discovered. You don't get to keep the applause and skip the accountability. Eventually, one of them comes to collect. Truth number 3. You're not behind, you're chasing the wrong finish line. Comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20 isn't ambition. It's self-sabotage wearing motivation as a disguise. There is no universal clock ticking against you. There's only your work today, measured against yesterday's version of you. Every man who ever built something worth having did it on a timeline nobody clapped for while it was happening. The version of success you're comparing yourself to is a highlight reel, edited, filtered, missing every failed attempt that came before it. You're not losing a race. You're running the wrong one against people who were never actually your competition. Truth number 4. Comfort is the slow death of ambition. The most dangerous stage of your career isn't failure. Failure at least forces you to move. It's the plateau, the stage where things are good enough to stop trying, but not good enough to be proud of. Comfort doesn't announce itself as an enemy. It arrives disguised as stability, and by the time you notice, years are gone. This is the trap nobody warns you about because it doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like relief, a steady paycheck, a routine that asks nothing new of you. But ambition needs friction to survive, and comfort slowly starves it without you ever noticing the hunger. One day you look up, and the fire that used to move you has quietly gone out. Truth number 5. Your reputation isn't your character. One is what people think of you from a distance. The other is what you do when no one's watching your bank statement, your late nights, your quiet compromises made when nobody would ever find out. Reputation can be managed. Character can't be faked. Not for long and not under pressure. You can hire a publicist for your reputation. You cannot hire one for your character. It's built in rooms with no audience, in decisions nobody will ever boast about. The men who last aren't the ones with the best image. They're the ones whose private self and public self are finally the same person. Truth number 6. Nobody's coming to save your finances but you. Not the economy, not a lucky break, not someone else's mistake turning into your opportunity. Every dollar you're waiting on, every raise, every windfall, every someday is a decision you're avoiding making yourself today with what you already have. The market doesn't owe you a correction. Your boss doesn't owe you a promotion. And the universe isn't tracking how hard you've worked to decide when you deserve a break. Waiting for rescue is just another word for staying stuck, dressed up to feel like patience instead of what it actually is. Truth number 7. Success that isolates you isn't success. If you win and there's no one left who's proud of you, no father, no son, no friend who still calls just to talk, you didn't win anything. You traded one emptiness for a better decorated one, and decoration was never the point. Money can buy a bigger house with more empty rooms in it. It can buy silence at the dinner table and calls that go straight to voicemail. What it can't buy back is the years you spent chasing a version of winning that nobody was left to witness. By the time most men realize this, the people worth keeping have already stopped waiting. Money is a tool. Success is a byproduct. Character is the only thing that was ever actually yours to build, and the only thing that was never for sale. Which one of these hit you the hardest? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe if you want more content like this.